Soraka Fiora. The Diana target ban. The Soraka. Just a very annoying champion to deal with. And the Fiora. Nobody wants to play against that duelist in the top lane.
Yeah, I don't blame it. I think that's a power pick. I don't think that's necessarily a target ban, but I definitely think it's just a power ban away from anyone in the top lane. I need to fix the text.
Is that TC Schnitz playing, or is that...
No, I'm fixing it right now.
Okay, perfect. Perfect, so everyone knows who we're talking about. We got Tilt Gaming on the blue side, facing off against Nexus down from our last game.
We're getting there, guys. We're getting there.
Solid Diana in the mid lane.
We hope to have
Chaos did,
certain things prepared for teams, so we don't actually have to go through this, and we can just click and drag and drop easier rather than me having to refresh it every time we go into the champ select. So we'll have it all set up relatively soon. Hopefully, we're just getting all of that stuff prepared. Our season, we wanted to get it started off really soon, really early, give it the hype, and then we can throw everything into it mid-season. So it'll be really great come mid-February or so. So Graves.
Well, speaking of champ select, yes, we got the Graves coming out.
I love the Graves. I think that's one of those most potent junglers in the game. However, Lee Sin was picked up, so I'm assuming it's a top Graves. Against the Shen, could mean anything.
Against the top Shen, yeah. 2 tanks coming out. 3 tanks coming out. Already out of Nexus Downs.
Alright, okay. I'll deal with all of the teams after the game. I just want to get a game going so we can get into it and, cast something so you guys can watch and enjoy yourselves, but we will deal with it all after the stream. We don't want to deal with it midstream. We never want to do that again because, that never makes stuff fun for anybody to listen to, so easy
Remember
peasy.
Mathiasen.
Hashtag remember Mathiasen.
For Mathiasen.
Oh my god. I can't even right now. But that is an incredibly tanky team coming out of Nexus down right now. Shen, Amumu, Nautilus. I like the Amumu because it's given me flashbacks to CTF's jungling, and I love it when he jungles Amumu because I personally love that champion. But not a team to laugh at either on Team Tilts. They have the Graves power pick in the top lane. They have the Lee Sin early pressure in the jungle. The Alistar diving super tank.
Hold on. I'm going to correct you on that one.
Oh my god, it
Graves
is!
Not going to be in the top lane unless we see a very surprising 80 carry Olaf, but there it is, the switch already. And that is not going to be a power pick Graves. The top, at least.
Graves is an incredibly strong pickup in the game right now. He has insane burst, insane damage. He's really can be super tanky, but he doesn't exactly provide the same kind of role as a normal ADC does. He kind of needs to build Yomu's, Starrick's Gauge, Maw, these more tanky items to be more of a pressure in the game. And as an AD carry, you want that sustained damage. You want that sustained pew 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 in the team fights, and they don't look to have that on Tilt Gaming.
No, they don't have too much of it. Indeed, there's a lot of lockup though coming out of Tilt Gaming. Nexus down with a very comparable amount of lockup though. Is the Nautilus support is going to be a very big counter to that Alistar support, just in terms of CC.
Yeah,
very interesting matchup there.
I definitely think this bot lane should go in the direction of Nexus down right now. I think Lucian is an incredibly potent laner. Couple that with a Nautilus. Graves, I don't think he fits the 80 carry role right now. I think he has too much burst and not enough sustained damage to be an 80 carry champion. So I would have rather seen him in the top lane. But that being said, if he can burst someone out of the fights, like the great Zomenga on that Lucian, and burst that 80 carry out of the fight, that means they don't even need that sustained damage because they pretty much effectively took out the AD carry of the other team. So it all depends on how Fruto decides to play this Graves and if he can pull it off properly. So we'll see if this Lee Sin allows for early kills and early pressure in the bot lane.
Yeah, we'll also see though if this Lux can go ham this game. Usually Luxes in the past have been very amazing with this
Yeah,
their
to say the
absolute
least.
range and delete power. I never knew laser or rainbows could hurt so much, but I can attest that they do. And Lux will be firing those out on the Rift, and the Malzahar may be in a little bit of trouble from that range.
Was that... The last time we saw Lux was a scrim, I believe. Was it Team Fire and TDE? Where Lux just dominated, or
It
was
might
that...
have been. I believe so. I believe you are right.
I could be wrong, but I definitely remember seeing Lux in a scrim where she just dominated the game. So Lux is an incredibly safe laner, long-range mage, a lot of burst potential with her passive, her ultimate proccing those passives on any champion that does hit. So a lot of burst potential on the Lux. However, I don't agree with the Ignite pickup for Lux. She is so long range, she should never be in range to actually ignite someone. So in my book, that's a little bit of a miss pickup there. However, we'll see if it does anything in the mid lane if Malzahar does get in her face.
Yeah, Malzahar can just cleanse off of that Ignite if he wants to as well. Oh. Not quite the best summoner spell pickup coming from the Lux. Now, the rest of the summoner spells, of course, are standard, minus the fact that Malzahar and Graves don't know which button their flash goes on.
Oh, what? Flash on F, man. Flash on F.
Exactly. Nautilus and Lux. Oh my god, and just all of Nexus down. That is why Nexus down lost the last game. They only have one champion with Flash in the right spot. Now remember, kids, Flash is on F because it makes sense alphabetically.
Oh, says the great Medios. Oh, we'll see.
It doesn't make sense to have you're trying to hit that F button and your Flash is on D. It just doesn't make sense.
The Ignite for Fire kind of makes sense, but it's not as much sense as Flash for everyone. It just doesn't.
No, but all right. So if we want to be serious about it, minus just the names and stuff. Flash is not as commonly used as the other summoner spells. Flash is almost usually your last resort or your initial engage. So in the middle of fights or while you're distracted doing other stuff, Flash is not going to be in your skill repertoire. Now, on the other hand, stuff like Cleanse, Heal, Exhaust, all that stuff is going to be up a lot sooner than Flash, and you're going to be using it a lot more than Flash, especially like Teleport than Flash in your game. So why would you want to reach farther on your keyboard to hit a skill and you can accidentally hit that Flash on your way over? Or would you rather just have the skill that you're using most right there under your finger for the D, and then reaching over and hitting the Flash button later?
Oh my god.
So, what a thought.
Look, I'm not getting into this debate about Flashes, everyone. It's supposed to be on F. Bottom line.
It is supposed to be on that. No debate about it.
Oh man.
Debate is...
Let's see. So far, we're
Both
2 for
teams-
2 in the games where teams are correctly in their proper order. So that's good.
That is great indeed. Now we have no debate on these teams and early aggression. Both of them just have a very defensive setup.
Yeah, we'll see. Red side is Nexus down, and blue side is Tilt.
I'd be curious to see in our games what the percentage of teams win that have their Flash on, that have a majority of their players, the most players with their Flash on F or D. So because so far Nexus Down's lost and they only have one player with their Flash on F. So
F is
maybe
for
that is
Famage.
the D.
Oh my god. What is happening? You guys are crazy.
Oh man, so both junglers is gonna go ahead and get a standard jungle leash. Now it's gonna be a bro and tank up a little bit for this Mumu.
Amumu not known for his fast jungle clears, so
Aww. Lucian with his lackluster mastery
oh
spam.
no, not even a 5 mastery. Oh my! Can I fire Brent? Brent's been fired like 4 times. CTF.
I always fired. That's my secret, CTF. That's my second secret. I'm always fired.
This trading in the top
Anyways,
lane.
these two top laners are going at it, but in the jungle is going to counter
Oh!
invade early. Counter jungle early. Now Lux is on the rotation already. Nexus down. Communicating a lot better than the last game.
Oh, no way.
A little bit of trouble. He's gonna jump out of there as Lux tries to track him down. He does not have the
Oh!
root yet as the Thunderlord's procs out. Lucian's here too. This is turning into a big team fight. As
Wow!
Nautilus allows Lux to pick up the first blood. Now Alistar already busted his flash to get a big 3-man knockup. Giving Lux a level 2, so she hits that binding, that root, and that is gonna be a double kill for Nexus Downs.
What just happened?
I am speechless as to that type of fight this early, but Ali with a huge over-aggression.
That was incredibly... It started off well and good from the Lee Sin, but as soon as he flashed aggressively to try and pick up that Amumu, that was completely overextension, and as soon as he did that, he knew he was donezo. So, had he not flashed, that would have been completely worth it, and he would have had complete roam over this Amumu's jungle. But, he overstayed his welcome, and it cost him and his support their lives, so...
There are crazy team rotations on top of that as both bottom lanes were able to get there very quickly. It was a very long way to travel. Already we're seeing great team communication out of both these teams, so that definitely sets us up for a very, very interesting late game.
Yeah, and also, Alistar used his flash too to try and save Lee Sin, so that's another thing to think about there. 2 flashes for 1 and a 2 deaths. So, that was really.
That was actually Lux flash as well to pick up that kill. So she's not gonna have it either. So it was actually a 2 flash for 2 flash trade.
Yeah, but I really wouldn't expect too much. Oh, Lucian gets caught up by a pulverize.
Yeah, that exhaust pulverize gonna lock up the Lucian. Now he was forced back under tower, trying to deal damage from the back line. The Nautilus though is just raining down the damage as he gets in there and soaks up everything. A little bit of good damage trade back and forth out of both these teams. A lot of aggression early.
Yeah, Nautilus passive does quite a bit of damage that people don't really think about. I can't tell you how many First Bloods I've cheesed with a Nautilus top because of people not understanding how his passive works, but... Also, Nautilus only has to stand in front of Graves to keep his AD carry safe here, which is really scary for the bot lane of Tilt. But mid lane, there's a cleanse.
That cleanse gonna keep Malzahar safe as Mumu came in for the gank. A little bit of summoner spell spent for just a little bit of time. Well, Mumu, a great, and not a great gank, but it was a solid one.
Yeah.
Already. So
Blew the cleanse, so overall worth. No wasted time there.
wasted time indeed. He got in there and he got out. So already great jungle pathing from Amumu. And so far Lee Sin just hasn't recovered from that debacle.
No, not even
in
close.
Nexus Down's jungle.
Interesting, he went and got his longsword before his machete, which is good on Lee Sin, so smart play by the Lee Sin to at least understand how the jungle item would work, but top lane trading.
Oh. Olaf kiting that out to the damaging that out to the very end up there. Shin is just taking all of it. Olaf is not getting the better end of these trades, which raises the question is why is he still participating.
Amumu coming in the bot lane.
Now Amumu participating in his second gank. Gonna go ahead and get the lockup on Alistar. And Alistar already at a quarter health, maybe even lower than that. Gonna force the heal. As Graves kite backwards, try to get all those shots off, but the reloads are keeping his damage very down. Now it's looking for the re-engage, but it's gonna end up backing off. So Amumu wastes a lot of time in the bottom lane for nothing gained.
That was really unfortunate for Nexus down right there, having Lucian have to blow his flash for Nautilus. Oh, nice binding by the Lux.
Oh, binding in the mid lane, gonna keep Malzahar locked up, who doesn't have his cleanse right now. So good little binding ultimate combo is gonna set up for the next one, as her cooldowns are very low. So she is gonna be looking to keep putting on the damage and kind of providing this Malzahar a rough time, even though he already has 20 CS up.
Yeah, interesting. Earlier you saw that Olaf had a 20 farm advantage on Shen, but after that trade up at the top lane where Olaf kind of ran away awkwardly from Shen, it's kind of evened out. And now he has a full wave pushing into his tower.
Shen just going to go ahead and back and teleport right back up into that top lane. As all these lanes just kind of everyone's going back for their first buy pretty much at the same time here at the 8-minute mark, as you really don't see any laners content to hold the map. And now we got a pause coming out.
Oh, the best part.
Somebody had to use the bathroom.
Oh, no, not... Who was it in the LCS that had to use the bathroom?
I don't remember.
It's now a meme.
That was in the Challenger League we casted the other day. Somebody had to use the bathroom and couldn't wash their hands, but I do not remember who it was in the LCS. I think it was Cloud9, wasn't it?
Was it? I don't think so.
Or was it somebody like...
I feel like it's Dignitas, just because. Oh, that's okay. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Probably was Dignitas. Nobody likes Dignitas.
No.
So, anyways, Chaos says that his daughter
Had an issue.
is a little bit sick. So we'll go ahead and let him use that excuse for drinking too much water.
Oh no! Hydration! Ah!
Hydration OP. So you guys get to see what we're seeing.
Alright, so let's take a second here. After that horrible overstaying by Lee Sin, where Lux got 2 kills, Malzahar is still up 20 CS on this Lux, just about. The gold lead for Lux is only about 300, so doesn't really amount to much for her.
Yeah, that's true, but Lee Sin is just so far behind us. He doesn't even have his jungle item completed yet. So his smite's going to be so much weaker when it comes to these ganks or moving through the jungle, however he wants to build his, however he wants to path his build. But Amumu just already has those charges, already getting the extra gold from the knife. So Lee Sin's going to be very far behind with that.
Yeah, that's big. That's an incredibly awkward time to back. He already backed twice in the jungle because he got the longsword once, then he backed again to get the hunter's, or not the hunter's machete, but the talisman. So, what is going on in this top lane?
Sticking with these trades top lane and now winning still. You thought he'd learn the first time, but no. Round number 2 proceeds exactly the same way, and now he's forced to blow his ultimate.
Yeah,
he didn't die.
Oh, nice hook.
Questionable play. A little bit of hook. Supports going at it with their noodle fight. And that pretty much ends all the aggression for now. So Olaf surprisingly pushes Shin in under tower.
Yeah, look at this though. Is the 2 early kills for Nexus down had a pretty substantial gold lead, and now there's only, what, 500 gold lead for them, as pretty much every laner is out farming their counterpart.
Yeah, 500 gold is not going to be worth too much as it slowly slips away down to 300 right now. As we speak, in the last few seconds, it drops just a little bit. Shen in a little bit of trouble again. Olaf got all of his health back at the cost of his mana.
Yep.
And if we look at the jungle, Lee Sin is going for invade number 2. We'll see what happens from that as the bot lanes kind of just proceed to smack at each other. And Alistar doing a great job blocking all of the damage that Nexus Down has to offer. The hook didn't get to Graves. The only thing that got to Graves was that on-click ultimate from Nautilus as Lee Sin comes in with the and gonna secure the first kill for Tilt Gaming.
Really big there from the Lee Sin. Oh, the Lux ult misses everything too. Really unfortunate there, but I know Lee Sin look flashy when they do that kind of stuff, but Lee Sin was not comfortable enough with his ward hop, or he didn't have a ward to hop to and had to burn his flash for that. So overall, slight bit of unfortunate, but a 4-man tower dive means Nautilus goes down easy peasy.
Alistar, who didn't even have his ultimate yet, proceeds to tank up that turret as Nautilus just gets collapsed on by 4 members of Team Tilt Gaming, and they're just gonna take a very easy double kill in the bot lane and turret.
And let's hope they're not tilting too hard right now, because right now Nexus Down is on the back foot after that double kill in the bot lane. So
yeah, you could say Lux is not providing very good use of her lasers, and so far they haven't shown the impact that they usually do here on the stream. Well, it's impact. Surprisingly, Amumu's not having a very big impact either, as he was ahead of this Lee Sin, and now he is significantly far behind.
Yeah, we'll see. This Amumu has hit level 6, level 7, so we have yet to see him hit a Bandit Tosh and ult, so that is a big turnaround when you see that Amumu engage in any kind of lane or team fight. So we'll see just how potent that ultimate will be.
Now we'll see. The only effect we've seen Amumu have on this game is that cleanse blow in the mid lane, and after that he hasn't done anything for his team. So hopefully he can start playing. This Lee Sin's starting to get his head about him now. We got a fight in the bottom lane. Lucian taking a lot of damage, not quite in the right position to tank. The calling's gonna come out. Alistar is in the right position to soak it all up. Forces Nexus down on the back foot, but Graves overextends a little bit as Malzahar comes down. The Shin teleport gonna get in and save Graves' life for the second as he tries to dash out. Now the Olaf is chasing him down, gonna force the split and the kill.
He's a Mumu.
Comes the rest of Nexus down. This is a 5-on-5 in the bot lane. Should be 4-on-4 in the bot lane, as both teams have lost their 80 carries. Nexus down, deciding they don't want any of it and proceed to back off towards the mid.
Yeah, this is just better rotations coming out of Tilt Gaming right here. The Malzahar came down. Shen Osman did save Lucian's life just for a little bit, but as soon as Olaf popped his ultimate, there was nothing he could do to get away, having burnt his flash earlier. So, about a 1,500 gold lead for Tilt Gaming, and Amumu still yet to pull off a successful gank.
And we're on the other side. The Lee Sin is just doing work. He's going to be able to secure this dragon for his team, as Lux tried to steal it away, but again, no cheeky steals tonight so far. Close. Now Lucian's going to punish this little bit of overextension out of this Lee Sin. Going to give Nexus Downs a little bit of another way back in this game.
There it is.
Ultimate gonna lock up 2. Lux tried to follow it up, but no laser means she's not gonna be able to secure the kill.
So many people
low.
low.
Send it back very low. Red flashing. Lucian's looking for the kills. No calling. And the Olaf slows are just gonna keep him at bay.
That is unfortunate for Nexus Down right there. 3 members could have been picked off by a Lux ultimate. However, she had used it to try and steal a dragon. Ugh. I normally always say use your Lux ultimate as often as it comes off cooldown because it's on such a low cooldown, but that was really sad.
Now you'd say a waste on that dragon?
Yeah.
I would say a waste.
Yeah, a slight bit, but
oh well. About a waste though. Nautilus using the exhaust on the and didn't quite need it. And gonna end up sending that summoner on cooldown. Lee Sin's gonna successfully defend his turret against this 2-man push of Nexus Downs. and counter with their own push. Very strong push of 4 members. Lux still in the bot lane and Mumu in the river, so they're going to be unopposed here for a couple seconds as we move into the top lane for a little bit of damage trade.
Yeah, they just like to fight in their minions. This is a big trade here. Olaf does do that true damage with his E, so he's starting to do better in that top with his 2 longswords and his Phage.
He's just going to keep trading with Shin until he gets the better end of the stick.
Oh!
And so far he's getting it as he takes the tower shot in there. Now Shin needs to be very careful. An
Wow!
an E combo will end his life. Gonna force him back to the fountain. No, he's gonna dive him now in the mid lane though. We got Nautilus going down to a Graves ult, Malzahar ult combo. And Shin actually turned around in the top lane while this was. We got action all over the map. Lee Sin's gonna try to head up there as the push continues.
Oh no, missed the binding.
He doesn't have the ultimate though, so this is gonna be a very short dive. As Lucian and Lux are just trying to clear these minions to save this turret. Lee Sin's on the flank. Lucian's gonna try to back out as Lux finished the wave, but the next wave is a siege. So can Lux clear it out? We will find out. She's got the blue buff, but she is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Mumu and Nautilus are back up to defend this, however. I don't think they should be able to take this with the Amumu wave clear. Nautilus going in for these really awkward hook and trades.
A little bit awkward trade, but having the shield is going to mean he doesn't take too much damage for it. So he and Amumu are going to be able to clear out that wave as Tilt Gaming just didn't want to compete with 2 tanks.
No.
And a tower.
Not even close. It's still a Nautilus, it's still a Mumu. Both of them still have their ultimates, so more trading in this top lane.
Talk about competing. You'd think they were getting paid by the melee.
Oh, man.
As Shin and Olaf just continue to smack at each other in the top lane. Those fights getting longer and longer and longer as this game goes on, and they get just even more tankier.
Oh, Lee Sin!
Lee Sin goes in for an insect in the mid lane, but Lux finally makes good use of her lasers as Lucian calls out Graves and dodges his ultimate, or his Q, to stay alive. Top lane still whacking at each other as Mumu was not able to get a successful gank while his team was doing work in the mid lane.
That was a little bit of a Lee syndrome overextension, I feel like. He could have gotten the insect, but he did not even get a ward down there, which you can definitely get a ward down when you're Lux binded. You just can't move. So, little bit of slow fingers or unfortunate Lee Sin mechanics there from Diddler. But overall, Lux got her 3rd kill of the game, got her Rab cap, and this Lucian is on point with his piercing lights. Oh, but top lane!
Bandage was on point though as Amumu comes in top. Going to try to lock him up. Does not have the ultimate. Neither him nor Olaf do, so this is just a plain out fight. They're going to be able to run him down under turret.
That wasn't a fight, that was a drive-by, Brent.
A drive-by as Amumu Shin pick up a very easy kill to the overextended Olaf. Getting a little bit too headstrong, even though he has a 30 CS lead.
So you see Lee Sin starting a blue buff. Now, Nexus down have the information that Lee Sin is at the blue buff with that ward there, so let's see where he decides to go next, and if Nexus down can play off of that information. Lucian very safe in that bot lane, able to push it down, knowing that Lee Sin is not near there.
We see a little trade of the lanes from our 80 carries here. Graves is going to go in the top lane where you usually expect him, and Lucian's going to be content to farm a bottom. Now, we see the teleport, the mirrored teleports from the Shin and the Olaf, but Graves manages to get it where Lucian does not. Now, Shin's in a little bit of trouble as this is a 2-on-1. Alistar's going to come in and
teleport, Shin, you're not going to survive.
Keeping him locked up. Shin needs to ult him, but somebody so far has it. Now, the cooldowns are going to be back up, and Alistar's just going to be able to knock him out if he does decide to do it. The Great Escape is on, but the Great Escape has ended ever so shortly as Shen just gets run down.
Shen had to use his ultimate there to get out of there. After Alistar used both of his CC, there was nothing that anyone could do to stop him from teleporting. However, he didn't do it. He saved the cooldown, and it cost him a gray screen. So, not the best from the Shen, but oh, Lux!
Oh! Talk about not the best from Lux, who was 2 kills up, ended up losing her life to just straight up Malzahar ultimate damage coming out of that Rod of Ages. Now in the bot lane, we see Nautilus using his ultimate onto the Olaf and just Ragnarok, and we see Lee Sin in the jungle to kick back that immediately to try to kill him. Now Flash engaged, not going to do it, as in the top lane, Graves and Alistar just knocked down a free turret. And Team Tilt is tilting this game back in their favor as they've evened up the kills and taken a 3-tower lead.
So, a lot of stuff just happened there. Lee Sin blew his flash to try and kill a Mumu when he had no kill pressure anyways, so a little bit of a miss flash there. Nautilus ult onto an ulted Olaf. A lot of misplays here from both teams, so honestly, it's still anyone's game, but Alistar, a lot of engaging in this bot side.
Nautilus getting caught out to the 4 members of Tilt Gaming. Now, Tilt Gaming were not able to finish off the kill. So the Lux Binding comes in, and the Shen, they're looking to re-engage this. The Nautilus trying to get close, but not close enough. Lucian's maybe in a bit of trouble as he starts to back out, but Nexus down is going to go ahead and re-secure that blue buff for this Lux.
That was scary right there. Lucian had all the time in the world to roam up to help his team, but he just didn't and decided to push out that tower. And still no towers down for Tilt Gaming. That means Nexus down is down about 4 towers worth of gold right now, which is a very substantial amount.
Right now, that amount equates to 5,000 gold, which starts to add up when we hit 21 minutes. Now, Amumu going to try to go in here mid all by himself. Malzahar is just going to see the end of that as he goes down. Shen's going to get kicked back by the Lee Sin. Olaf's just going to get out there for free after forcing the Lux Flash on the back line. And Nautilus doing his job, taking up damage.
Wow.
Was not able to survive through that damage as the Lux ultimate does not secure the Olaf kill.
That Lux did a lot of damage, but it didn't hit the right people. The Mumu went in on the backside with no support at all, which pretty much said, you know, we can get this kill for free without blowing really anything. And then after that, oh my.
Lucian getting blown up as Graves looks to put on the pressure. So he flashes in under the Lux to secure the blue buff for himself. Now he may end up getting a triple kill here as he gets a nice tower damage bonus from the Lee Sin. Amumu's going to stop him up with the ultimate, but the heal is going to keep him alive as Malzahar picks up the kill for Graves. Now Graves is kiting on the back line. They're going to get knocked up, both Alistar and Graves, by the Nautilus ultimate as Nautilus finish off the Alistar and Amumu finishes off the Graves. There's a little bit of misplay from the Alistar, going to knock up his 80 carry, but Malzahar going to seal the deal, come back for that by picking up the Amumu.
You know, I said that Graves doesn't really fit the 80 carry role in Champ Select, and I am going to stand by that fact. However,
100% right.
100% right. Anything is possible when you're fed. And Graves is being allowed to be this pressure that he shouldn't be allowed to do. In the laning phase, Nautilus just ate all of the auto attacks from Graves and kept his 80 carry safe. However, in this mid game where everyone is roaming to this mid lane right now, this Graves is being allowed to use all of his cooldowns and use his Q end of the line, use his collateral damage, and do all of this damage to everyone on Nexus down. They are not avoiding the end of the line damage, which is a lot of burst damage, especially if it hits a wall and it's instant cast. And then his collateral damage is pretty much an execute, pretty much. So it's all incredibly avoidable damage as long as they properly position themselves on the map. And thus far, Nexus Down have been doing a very poor job of doing that. As couple that with the Malzahar ultimate, which is just lol, JK, you lose.
Yeah, I'm going to attribute that, though, to the Lucian not having the Thunderlords. They just weren't able to effectively trade. They weren't able to effectively trade early enough in that bot lane. Now, talking about trading, Malzahar's trying to trade his ultimate for the life of Amumu. Amumu's just going to waddle his way on out of there. But no Thunderlord's proc right there means Graves doesn't lose any of his health and stays very healthy as the two bot lanes go at it once again.
Look at that!
4 minutes in the game. Exhaust coming down as Alistar knocked up Lucian to stop the calling. Lux is going to try to come down to support, but Graves and Alistar are going to get out safely.
Walking into the end of the line.
They walked into the end of the line as the rest of Tilt Gaming walked into the Baron pit and
Oh
secured
my
themselves a
God.
free Baron.
He just waltzed right in there. Look at that.
They waltz right in there and waltz right out with a nice shiny new buff for themselves.
That Graves has
And some
2,000 gold
for
on him.
it.
That's
Crazy.
scary.
Very scary. Now, if that Lucian had the Thunderlord's proc in that fight, that Graves would be much further down in health, as that would have scaled up.
Probably would
with
have had
the
to back.
Yeah, with the extra attack damage. Now, not having the back means they're going to push under this turret, force the Shin teleport to try to save it. But turret is not long for this world. As Nihilus comes over.
25-minute
help.
Baron right now. This is really, really detrimental to Nexus down right now. They have the Malzahar wave clear. Oh, ultimate onto Graves, though.
Yeah, ultimate on Graves, ultimate onto Amumu as he locks up this Malzahar, who is just going to not care at all as he takes down the Amumu. Now Olaf's going to teleport in the bot lane to force the Nautilus out. The re-engage coming in from the Alistar. Going to mean that is one dead Nautilus, and now Olaf's going deep under turret, which shortly falls. Shin's running for his life as Lee Sin was not able to find the kickback. And the push
He didn't need
continues.
to find the kickback there. This game is pretty much done. 26-minute Baron with 3 people down. They can take a Nexus. At least start
Still
taking these
looking-
inhibitors.
Lee Sin's still looking for that kickback as the first inhibitor falls. They're probably going to rotate right here towards this mid lane and pick up a second one. On the rotations they go. Lee Sin with his 3 deaths and only 1 kill is looking to pick up more. I see he keeps finding these, or keeps testing the waters with his Qs. Second inhibitor goes down. They're going to be content to back off. Potentially even go on top as they rotate up. We may see the 3rd tower and 3rd inhibitor go down. 2 Tilt game.
Oh my goodness, Shen goes in without support.
Shin's going in by himself. Gonna force Lucian to flash on the back line as he gets kicked right into the wall. Not quite an effective. Oh man, talking about not effective. Lux whipping the laser as Shen tries to re-engage with the Mumu. Mumu is gonna pick up 2 on the back line. Alistar and Graves as he goes down to the Malzahar, but Lee Sin found the Lux and is gonna find the Nautilus, and that should be game as the 3rd tower falls. 3rd inhibitor will be shortly after that, and Lucian is up by himself with 20 seconds left till the 2 tanks come up, but super minions are pouring into the base. Now he is gonna find Lee Sin. The Malzahar and Olaf are looking for vengeance. They are
Malzahar's
trying
ult.
to chase him down. Malzahar does have the ultimate. Olaf's looking for the slow to allow Malzahar to get into range. 1 ultimate will kill him. As he starts to tank up damage, the inhibitors continue to pour into the base from all 3 lanes. Malzahar is looking to expect this, but as he's not on casting, he's going to have to back off as the Mumu finally comes up. Now he ults Mumu to try to kill him, but Mumu is just taking right through that damage. And Lucian is going to end his life for it.
Yeah,
A little bit of over-aggression, a little bit of over-saying his welcome.
even still, 3 inhibitors down at pre-30 minutes. That's pretty much game here for Nexus down. Unfortunately, they did have a sub step in for support who has been very underwhelming, actually ulting Olaf multiple times, wasting it while Olaf pops his ultimate on the depth charge. So multiple wasted ultimates and unfortunate support pickup from Nexus down, meaning this sub's going to probably cost them the game. I'm not going to allot it only to that. However, I will say that a lot of wasted
I'm
ults.
gonna allot it to that Lucian Thunderlords.
No, it's not. No. I
believe with that Thunderlords they would have won the change the outcome of this game, because Lee Sin would not have been as effective and Malzahar would not have gotten all those kills, because a lot of them came out due to the bot lane.
I believe
See, Nihilus with
Malzahar had
5
a couple of,
Lucian with
he had
4.
at least 3 or 4 kills in the mid lane, so while it would have helped the trading in the bot side with Lucian's Thunderlords proc on Graves to do more damage and put more pressure down there, there's so much more in this game than just the Thunderlords.
That is true enough. That's why I call the plays and you just tell me about them, but I'll tell you about these Nexus turrets going down as the super minions push in.
They're breaking,
One
Brent.
turret down as Alistar goes in with the ultimate. under turret, tanking up a lot, taking no damage on Mumu. The other tank, he's already down to a quarter as the fight turns onto the back line of Tilt Gaming. Shin gonna be forced to get out of there as he tries to go back in. He does catch the Graves, but Graves is taking no damage as he just returns it right back in his face. Malzahar is gonna secure that kill for him. Now Mumu's coming back out, and he's going right back as he just gets obliterated by the Graves. He's now picked up 2, and Graves is just gonna pick up the Nexus and end this game. And Tilt Gaming is going to put Nexus down once again as they win the game in 30 minutes. The scoreline of 22-13 and a solid 15,000 gold ahead, losing no towers and no dragons for it.
Yeah, really.